No matter how much we want that theory to be true, we will agree to let the world have its say. We seek disconfirmation of our theories. The experiments that we conduct are most powerful when they look for evidence that would falsify our most closely held beliefs. And as a result, we are constantly looking for reasons why the things we want to believe might be false. And a great example of this in action comes from the science of genetics back in the 1960s. So after Watson and Crick discovered the structure of DNA, the next big scientific puzzle in this area was the genetic code. The way the combinations of 3 base pairs would code for the amino acids that build proteins. Francis Crick and a team of mathematicians and cryptographers developed an elegant proposal for this mapping. In fact, a prominent scientist at the time said the theory was so beautiful, it should have been right. However, when scientists found a way to synthesize the amino acids from the base pairs, they found the theory was wrong, and so it was abandoned. Now imagine this. A prominent scientist responsible for one of the most important discoveries of the 20th century creates a great theory, but his stature in the field, his prior accomplishments were not enough to make the field accept the theory. The data didn't support it, and he had to move on. Despite the power of science, though, it can't resolve every conflict. And that is the reason we find ourselves marching here today. There are many people who do not want to support scientific research. They do not see the value of science as a public good, and they do not always like the conclusions that scientists reach. That is not a cognitive conflict. It is a conflict of interest, a conflict of values. As scientists and supporters of science, though, we like to solve our conflicts with data. So we talk about the number of discoveries that have been made that make people's lives better. We trot out graphs of the economic benefits of science. We present data about how science improves people's critical thinking abilities. And that means that we are bringing data to a values fight. We, as scientists and supporters of science, need to get more comfortable talking about our values as well as our data. Why do we value science? We value science because it leads to an understanding of the influence of human activity on the Earth's climate, so that we can plan for a sustainable future, and so we will vote for science. We value science because it creates an understanding of diseases in humans, plants, and animals that allow us to protect our children, nurture our planet, and preserve the diversity of life on Earth. And so we will vote for science. We value science because it shapes our knowledge of human behavior so that we can better understand how people can live together, work together, and talk effectively with people we disagree with, and so we will vote for science. We value science because it helps us to understand that some of our most deeply held beliefs may be wrong, and so we will vote for science. We value science because teaching our children to think like scientists will help them to approach the deepest questions about the way the world works, and so we will vote for science. Today, we march to express our deeply held value that science matters, that Texas and the United States are made better by continued support of research, that science lies at the heart of the solutions to the world's most challenging problems. Thank you for sharing that value. Thank you for joining with everyone here to express it.